Evil Dead. It was a bloody, 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 bloody time. But did I like it? Let's start off with the story. So pretty much, five friends go to a remote cabin in the woods that is connected to the family. They owned it, like, obviously some time ago. Maybe they just, I don't know. They didn't really explain too much about that. But besides the point, five friends, two of them are brother and sister, which is the main focus point. The sister is there. It's kind of like an intervention type thing, like, you know, kind of get her away from the real world and stuff, because she does, I think it's cocaine, some kind of drug substance. Anyway, and stuff starts happening because someone reads a passage out of the Book of the Dead, demons, etc., etc. Stuff goes on, people get possessed, yada yada yada. I'm just going to say I'm a big fan of the original trilogy. I'm a huge fan of the original trilogy. And I'm going to say that this movie, it lived up to most of my hype, honestly. This is probably like one of the best horror remakes around. For me, it probably make my top 5 horror remakes. That's pretty good. That's a very good sign. I don't know if I can get it to a 5, but we'll see. It was really, really good. Let's start off with the cast. We have Jane Levy, I think that's how you say her name, as Mia, which is the main character, where she's doing cocaine and stuff, and they took her away from all that kind of stuff. And then you have her brother David by Shiloh Fernandez, who was actually really, really good in this. A lot of people had problems with him playing the David character, which is kind of like the equivalent to Ash to a certain degree. That's all I'll say about that. And Lou Taylor, I'm going to butcher his name here. I'm so sorry. It's not like he's going to watch this video anyway. Lou Taylor Pucci. I'm going to go with that. He was really good. He was kind of like the nerdish guy who did something to do with the book, and obviously he read the book. And the other two were, I don't know the actresses' names, but they were fine. There was nothing special about them, you know. They were good for a horror movie. They did what they had to do. That's as simple as that. Then you have Jane Levy, who I'll get back to that as well, where she was phenomenal, honestly. She creeped me out on a lot of things, as you can see from the trailer, you know, basically what happens. And she did a phenomenal job, considering like she came from Suburgatory, the TV show. She done a great job. The directing by Fede Alvarez was really good. It was really shot really well, like the grittiness to it, and just like the way he shot some scenes, like when something would go kind of like flying, you would kind of follow it, but really like quickly, but not quickly as in like too jarring, but it was just really well done. It was really well shot. And then there's something else that is really, like, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that make this brilliant as well. The score and the soundtrack for this is really great. It's really tense. It really, like, just gets your heart racing and stuff like that, and that was really good. The sound design is amazing, and people don't realize that until maybe if you actually tell them and say, oh, this is what they do in a room and stuff like that, and they've done a really good job, especially when you hear flesh getting cut and stuff like that. The whole cinema just like kind of cringed at so many places. People jumped at so many places. Speaking of jump, there's a decent amount of jump scares in this. People have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with it. It still scared the hell out of me at points, and I had a good time watching it. The special effects were great. All practical effects, basically 95%. You can really tell, like, there's a lot of practical effects, a lot of makeup work and stuff like that. Then there's not really much CGI. There's like maybe like a little tiny bit but kind of like not bad CGI at all. You don't even really notice it that much. Then back to the story. Really, the story was good. It wasn't completely original, obviously, because it's a remake, but they respected the '80s classic. It's not quite as good as the classic, but it's still. I'm still really hopeful for the sequel of this, because they said they are going to make a sequel to this, and I'm really looking forward to it. I want to see if they're going to bring comedy into it now, or they're just going to keep it in a horror type thing. I reckon they should just keep it horror, because I think they did really well with this, and just run with it until maybe the third movie, if they make a third one. It depends about the second one. But I really enjoyed this movie. I would give this a 4 out of 5. I don't know why I can't get a little bit higher than that. I'm not too sure why. But it's still an overall really good horror remake, especially for a remake. Definitely one of the best I've seen for remakes. I cannot wait for the sequels. Hopefully they're just as good, maybe even better than this one, and maybe get a different storyline type thing, and just continue the story, but maybe different storylines to the second and third film of the originals. I cannot wait. There's a cameo at the end. If you're a big fan, and you would really laugh, and even during the credits, there's like the thing from the first movie. You'll realize if you just hear it, you'll realize what it is. There's a lot of it was just an overall really good movie, and if you like horror remakes, if you like the Evil Dead series, you'll really enjoy this movie. And I cannot wait until they tie in Bruce Campbell's character in Army of Darkness 2 with a character in this movie that I'm not going to say. And yeah, that's my review of Evil Dead 2013, the remake. Thanks for watching, guys. Click like, comment, subscribe, whatever, and I'll catch you guys next time.